Hi everyone, my name is Keith Brooks and this is Brooks Channel, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you the new drawings that I've made for July of 2026. As usual, it's going to be 10 different drawings ranging from abstract pictures to random characters and creatures and maybe a video game character or two. So without further ado, let's open up Sketchbook and see what I've made this month. First, we have some strange looking Cyclops starfish creature. Yeah, never been good at drawing stars, like the shape of them, but you can still tell. Yeah, just a one-eyed star with his mouth wide open like he's screaming. Not sure what he's screaming about. Maybe something's coming right at him, and he can't get out of the way in time. But anyway, for the colors on this one, we got peach for his body, then some yellow for the inside of his mouth, and then white for his eye. Yeah. Just a silly looking little star creature. Screaming in horror. Yeah, a nice simple one to start us off with. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to do stars properly. But anyway, for now, let's get on to number 2. Alright. Next we have the first of our abstract pictures for this batch. Yeah, as always, it's a bunch of different shapes meshed together, each one a different color. Yeah. Now, as for those colors, we got some red-orange for the top part right here. Then we got some mango for the left side. On the right side, we got some raspberry. And I forgot to add the color for the bottom, but if I remember correct, it's either maroon or mahogany. Yeah, sorry about that. Guess I was a little absent-minded there. Speaking of which, I didn't even sign it. Let me do that real quick. Switch hands. Bit unprofessional of me. There we go. Alright. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to number 3. Yeah, because there's not really much to say about this one. Just a simple abstract picture. Anyway, here we go. Here we have one that's got a bit more detail to it. Well, at least a lot more shapes and colors. Yeah, I think this one turned out better than the previous. Not really sure what some of these are, but then again, I rarely ever do. Now, as for the colors, we got some orchid for this part that ranges from the middle to the outer part. Then, next to that, we got some navy blue right around here. Then, we also got some jade green that goes from the center all the way around to the outer left. Then we got some purple all the way down here. Then there's some brown at the top right here. Then we got some bronze yellow for the outer left part right here. And then next to that, we got some more mango. Guess I felt like using it for this one. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think this is better than the previous. Very least it's got more going for it. Anyway, let's move on to drawing number 4. Next we have another strange creature. Just some... not really sure what you would call him. But he's got this blank, soulless look on his face. Those beady eyes and nose. His mouth completely expressionless. Then that oddly shaped body right there. Now, this might be one of the more simplistic drawings in this one, at least shape and color wise. Now, for those colors, we got navy blue for his body, and then some turquoise for his head. Yeah. Gotta wonder what's going on in that head of his. What horrible, sick, inhumane thoughts are swirling around in there. Or it could just be just some simple-minded guy. Who knows? Anyway, let's move on to number 5. Next, we have my take on a Pikachu head. Yeah, first of the video game characters I've done for this one. I've mentioned before, but Pikachu is my favorite Pokemon. And I've wanted to draw him for a long while now, but I never could get, like, his whole self right, so I just decided to go with his head. Even then, could stand to have been shaped a little better. That's on me. Anyway, so for the colors, got some black for the tips of his ears, outer part of his eyes, his little triangle nose, and his mouth. And we got some red for his cheeks, of course. Then some yellow for the face and the bottom parts of the ears. Then white for his pupils. Yeah, just a little guy. Yeah, just don't antagonize him or he might zap you. Zzz. Yep, it would not be pleasant. Yeah, maybe one day I'll do the little guy some more justice. But for now, it's more practice. Anyway, let's move on to the next picture. Alright, here we have another abstract drawing. Yeah, same as before. Random shapes and colors. Yeah, it's pretty much like one of my signature styles at this point, after all this time. But anyway, for the colors, we got some light orange for this top part right here. Goes to a little swirl. Then, the outer part of that, we got some bubble gum. Then, we got some regular blue for the outer white part next to it. Then below that, we got some green for the bottom. Then we got some maroon that comes after that. And then some dark brown for the center part right here. Yeah. Well, I think it might look better from this angle. Yeah, this kind of looks like a nose. So maybe it could be some kind of creature. I would just have to draw a face on it. Maybe some other time. But yeah. For now, it'll just be a random shapes picture. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Here we have what was originally supposed to be my take on a Chain Chomp from Mario. But the chain and the base work kind of looked a little weird. Which kind of looked more like a piranha plant to me. Despite the Chain Chomp head. So I wasn't sure if I should really call it that, but yeah, I posted a quick drawing short of it on TikTok, and someone pretty much said it was a Chain Chomp, so yeah, we're just gonna go with the original and say it is. Yeah, just a bit different. Now, as for colors, we got some black for the head, of course, then his pupil. Then we also got some silver for the chain, and the base is supposed to be round. Then we got some red for the mouth, and I forgot to put it in, but it's white for the teeth and the eye. That one's pretty obvious. Yeah, maybe I'll try to make another Chain Chomp some other time. Maybe do it right. Yeah. Anyway, I think we only got like maybe 2 more pictures. And let me see here. Oh, make that 3. So, let's check them out. Yeah, I forgot to keep track. Anyway, here we have just some random disembodied head. Guess we got 2 of them if you count the Pikachu. But yeah, this guy is just looking down smiling at something. Like something's making him happy. Who knows? Up to interpretation. Yeah, he's got some square eyes, triangle nose, regular mouth, and some pointy ears. Now, as for the colors, we got some green for the pupils in his eyes, then some lime green for the outer parts, some black to highlight his nose and mouth, then we got some teal for his ears, then some green-blue for his face. Yeah. This one turned out pretty decent to me. I like him. Yeah, but there's not really much to say about him, other than the smile and stuff. So, let's move on to the next pick. Here we have some strange creature that I drew. Not really sure what you would call it. Maybe some kind of weird prehistoric looking creature. But yeah, for some reason I found it oddly interesting. Yeah, I just drew the shape of him, then started making the face, the hands, the feet, the tail, all that stuff. I just kept going. But I think it looks pretty good, actually. Probably one of my better works in a while. At least to me. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. But as for the colors, we got some light orange for his cheeks right there. And we got some jade green for his hands. Little spikes on his tail. Little parts of his feet right here above him. His eyebrows, his little square nose, and his eyelids. Yeah. Then, we also got some black, mainly to highlight his little fingers and the little parts of his toes here. Then we also got some light green, that's for his body. And some white for the outer parts of his eyes, and turquoise for the pupils. Yeah. Maybe this could be a character in one of my stories one day. Yeah. He'd be like the little pet companion that is a lot more useful than he looks. Can throw hands if he has to. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there should just be one left, so let's check him out. Yeah, here we have another simple creature to end this off with. Some kind of flying one this time. Yeah, it's a little oddly shaped and proportioned. Like, hindsight, the wings should have been more like this. But, what's done is done. Everything else looks like it's where it should be. Yeah, he's just flying around, off to whatever destination he has in mind. Now as for the colors, we got some harvest gold for the wings and the little feet, or whatever these would be. Right there. Then we got some peach for the body, and some golden yellow for his eye and mouth. A little black to highlight the part of the mouth there and his nose and his eye. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little slit pupil. Makes it look like his eye is closed, but it's not. Yeah, this one turned out okay. Yeah, it's just a simple one to end this off. And that's gonna do it for this batch. I think this one's turned out pretty good. My personal favorites, I think, are between the Pikachu head and the little dinosaur creature that was near the end. Yeah, I like those ones. And feel free to let me know what you thought was best in the comments. Yeah. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this month's batch of drawings. Not much else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. And as always, please let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.